basement of the house half a block down the street from Columbia Record Club. Well, anyway, back then life was going swell and everything was just peak. Except, of course, for the undeniable fact that every single holiday, Marty would make me donuts for breakfast. Big full donuts! Every single holiday, it was driving me crazy. Instead of Marty, I said, hey, Marty, what's up with all the donuts? And my dear sweet Marty, he just looked at me like a cow looks at an oncoming train. And she leaned right down next to me. And she said, hey man, I was just being sarcastic. And then he tied me to the wall and stuck a funnel in my mouth and fed me nothing but donuts until I was a half year old. That's when I swore that someday I would cut off Marty arms and legs with a chainsaw and travel to a magical faraway place. So I did. And then he gets all indignant on me. He's like, well, that's just great. I won the grand prize. That's right, a first-class one-way ticket to Greece. Oh, yeah. You know, I'd been on a real airplane before, and I gotta tell you, it was really great. Except that we went to a tailspin and crashed, and everybody died. You know why? If you like to make it wrong, hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and stand down your operator. If you like to make it wrong, hang up and try again. I crawled on my hands and knees, dragging along my big leather suitcase and my leather suitcase. Yeah, my leather suitcase and my leather suitcase and my leather suitcase. But finally I arrived at the world famous morning. It's okay, they're clean. Well, I checked into my room and I turned down the C8 and I turned on the spectrum and I'm just about to eat that little chocolate mint on my pillow that I hate so very, very much. There's a knock on the door. Well, now who could that be?
It's some big fat hermaphrodite with a flock of seagulls, haircut, and only one nostril.
Oh man, I hate it. So anyway, he burst into my room, grabbed my lucky snorkel, and I grabbed his legs, and I bit off his ears, and I took out of the pen, you better believe it. And somehow in the middle of it all, the phone got knocked off the hook. And 20 seconds later, I heard a familiar voice. And you know what it said? I'll tell you what it said. It said, 'cause I have my tray table up, and my seat back in the full upright position. Have my tray table up, and my seat back in the full upright position. Have my tray table up, and my seat back in the full upright position. Have my tray table up, and my seat back in the full upright position. Well, to cut a long story short, he got away with my leather suitcase, but I made a solemn vow right then and there that I would rest. I would sleep for an instant until the one-nostril man was brought to us. But first I decided to buy some sauerkraut. So I got in my car and I drove over to the sauerkraut shop and I walked on up to the guy behind the counter and he said, what do you want? I said, you got any glazed sauerkraut? He said, I said, well, you got any jelly sauerkraut? He said, I said, you got any Bavarian cream-filled sauerkraut? He said, I said, you got any sauerkraut? He said, I said, you got any barfrost? He said, I said, you got any sour? He said,
wait a minute, I'll go check.
I said, well, in that case, that's exactly when I ran into the girl of my dreams. Her name was Mom. Well, she was a calligraphy enthusiast. I'll never forget the very first thing she said to me. She said, "I'm for you!" That's when I knew it was true love. So we got married and we had 2 beautiful children that fly. super spaniel. But then one fateful night, Mom said to me, she said, "Sweetie Pumpkin, do you want to join the Columbia Rain Shop?" We broke up and I never saw her again, but that's just the way things go.
Jerry's Rain Shop. Jerry's Rain Shop.
Later, I finally achieved my dream. That's right, I got me a part-time job at the Sizzler. I even made Employee of the Month after I put out that grease fire with my face. Hey, that reminds me of another amusement. This guy comes up to me on the street and he tells me he hasn't had a bite in days. Well, I knew what he meant, but just to be funny, hey, come on, don't you get it? Anyway, I guess the whole point I'm trying to make here is I hate donuts. That's all I'm really trying to say. There's still a little place called
Jerry's Rain Shop. Jerry's Rain Shop.
Jerry's Paint 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 Shop.